Okay, hello. So this is Jake Spades. So I hope you have a great weekend, Saturday. So it's 6 o'clock sharp here in the Philippines, here in Iloilo City. And yeah, I had a great Saturday. So I started my day by going to a place. Then I attended a webinar sponsored by my alma mater, and at the same time um, my home chapter, accredited professional organization for nursing here in Iloilo City. And after 3 or 4 hours of webinar, I did some paperworks, just to catch up some of the paperworks on a Saturday. Um, Hindi ko tinapos lahat, of course. Tamad ako minsan but that's how I do things. That's how I pace things. So I think I was thinking kung anong topic ko ngayon, aside from having this brewed coffee that I'm having right now here in Hulungdon restaurant here in Mandurriao. So I apologize medyo maingay sa labas because this is along the road, national highway. Kaya you would be hearing yung mga sound ng mga vehicles na nagpa-pass by. But yeah, nevertheless, I love this place. As mentioned a while ago sa isang video clip ko. And I feel at home here. Yeah, aside from the background music, I love also the house. It's a great design and I love watching it. It's a background ko. Yeah, so ano ba? My topic for today would be one of the take-home knowledge or information that I got from this morning's webinar. And there are actually three topics. There were three topics that were discussed this morning. But aside from the policy designing, marrying the policy to specific practices, the second was about research. Third was about the continuing professional development, but I would like to concentrate on the second one. And it's actually about research. It was about research, but one of the things that was mentioned there that really caught my attention was when the speaker was also a friend of mine. So one of my friends now, I consider him as one of my friends, although we barely meet personally. But we met quite a number of times already, but hindi ganun kumbaga prolonged yung pag-meet namin, parang mabilisan lang. So he's an inspiration because he's a great leader also, and at the same time a very good educator and innovator. So yeah. But anyways, I will not be talking about him, but instead I will be concentrating on the key insight that I have to share with you as regards to what I got from this morning's webinar. Actually, the concept was something that's not new to me. I've been using that also every time I have my speaking engagement, or even when I have any chances of talking to nurse colleagues or friends. It's about eating the young, in a culture wherein you want to uphold a good working relationship, a good environment for especially for a newbie, for a novice. Understanding the concept of eating the young is very crucial. If you are a tenured employee, then you find it hard for you to be mellow, to be caring, to be gentle on the newbies. So tendency would that be you would be left with newly hired employees leaving one at a time. So studies show that the first 3 to 6 months of the employee's experience in an organization is very crucial and critical. So failure to ensure that safe and um, let's say, structured onboarding would be deleterious or detrimental to the entirety of the journey of that employee. And tendency would that be he or she will resign or will leave because of poor coaching, poor mentoring, and poor or weak onboarding programs. That is why it is very crucial for us to ensure that whenever there are newbies who would be joining our institution, there has to be a program or programs, shall I say, that would really ensure that the journey of a neophyte, a newbie, a nurse probationary, for example, would really be structured in such a way that metrics are designed, expected outcomes are clear, and you would be able to tailor fit and at the same time to individualize a specific journey in the onboarding process. But eating the young does not only happen during the onboarding process or in the first 3 to 6 months or 1 year of tenure of a personnel or an employee. Sometimes even for years, eating the young also exists. Example would that be you have a senior staff, then you have a like 2 years or 3 years staff. There are gestures or activities that sometimes manifested eating the young. And you know, when you give all the burden to the younger categories, the new ones, it would really be a difficult situation because the empowerment and the degree of engagement might be put into question. That is why it is very important for you to establish a good working relationship across all levels. And it's not that we're trying to be a mother hen to the new ones. That's not what I'm trying to imply as regards to my message. But what I'm trying to say is that across the journey, we have to disregard our tenure and treat each other as equal human beings, regardless of the years of service or tenure. Then ensure that the process of learning and relearning is being facilitated to achieve the goals of the organization or the institution. So yeah, you know, the concept of eating the young is really something that I could not take for granted because I am a leader myself, and I do not want to see people come and go because of a poor working relationship inside a unit or an organization. And sometimes it's not all about leadership or managerial skills. Sometimes it's on the attitude side. And eating the young is somehow on the direction of the attitudinal aspect of establishing a working milieu or environment to a specific person or a newbie or a new ones who just joined your organization. So I think so that's it. Let's be kind to everyone, be it bago ka man o hindi, be kind. And let's all remember that we have to move as one and all together for the achievement of the organization's mission, vision, goals, and objectives. And it's not always about a one-man show. It's a collective effort, as mentioned. I keep on saying that. It's not only about you, it's about everyone. So we have moral obligation and professional obligation to ensure that we create a good working relationship so that the life-work integration and balance are being maintained, and the outcomes would that be lahat masaya, masaya yung organization, and it would be a healthy workplace to stay. I think I missed something, so I have to add this video clip. In the concept of eating the young, you know, it's not always about the youngs. There are also lessons to be learned by the younger ones, the new ones who just joined the institution or organization. You know what, to those young nurses who are watching, who may be watching this video right now, the responsibility is not only thrown upon the shoulders of those who are tenured or experienced nurses, your managers or your leaders. As younger nurses, you also have the responsibility and at the same time the obligation to ensure that you take part in the onboarding process or in the acculturation process. You know, hindi mo kailangang umupo lang or magantay na somebody will help you or will assist you. You also have to innovate, to initiate, and to make things work for yourself also. Hindi pwedeng nauupo ka lang then antayin mo na somebody would help you or would help you recover from a certain experience or state na nanihirapan ka. So it's a mutual tawag nito, responsibility between two parties, both the tenured and the younger ones. And you know, you also have lessons to learn from that concept of eating the young. You have to be responsible also in ensuring that you learn at your own pace, and at the same time, the resiliency must also be upon you. If you give up, then you will be in the losing end. Despite your mentors or your seniors trying to do their best, then you just couldn't cope up. Then the problem might not be on your the problem might not be on the system or not on the process or not on your mentors or leaders. The problem might be in you. So I think I have to say this because I want to be fair also to those who are doing their best, you know, trying their best also in walking through and onboarding, you know, establishing this good working relationship in an organization. So the organization is multifaceted, so there is no such thing as perfect organization, and one of the issues that are happening inside the organization would be the relationship between both the tenured and the new ones, new employees and the experienced employees. And if these things are not addressed as regards to its root causes, then it would be dangerous for the organization if you will not take heed of these situations that are happening inside your institution. So I think that's it. I hope you learned something, and yeah, let's help one another and let's be kind and humane to each and every one. Take care, everyone. Thank you.